Now, launched by the distinguished journalist and author Tina Brown back in 2009, the Women in the World Summit brings together extraordinary leaders such as Meryl Streep and Hillary Clinton, Oprah Winfrey, Angelina Jolie, Christine Lagarde, the list goes on, as well as inspirational activists from all over the world who come to share their stories, certainly, but often to look for solutions to building a better life for women and young women and girls in the future. I'm delighted to say that Tina's with me, and so is one of the speakers, 18-year-old Sunita Alizada, originally from Afghanistan. Good to have you both with us. And as far as Sunita's concerned, your passion for music speaks for itself, and you've done something rather extraordinary. So before we have a chat, all of us here, why don't we give viewers a sense of what Sunita's been achieving?
شاید فرار یا خودکشی اصل حماقته آدم چاره‌ای نداره وقتی بی حمایته اما تار موها برم که کنده باشه این کار نمی‌کنم که سرفکنده باشه.
Well, it's powerful and it's very compelling, and we want to explore a little bit of that with Sunita and then ask Tina about the thought that she had behind this summit, which has now gained a lot of strength. I suppose the first thing, Sunita, is this. The message in that video, in that rap, is what? What were you trying to say? And it's really a message which says something about your personal experience, isn't it?
Hello, everybody. I'm Sunita from Afghanistan. So I made this music video because I wanted to tell my story and stories of a million girls around the world. So it's a story about forced marriage. Every year, 50 million girls are forced into marriage, and I try to letting the world know that about child marriage.
What happened to you? What was your experience? Were you being pushed into a forced marriage of that kind, and how did that story happen?
So it's happened to me 2 times. The first time I was, I can tell my age exactly. I was 9 or 10. My family wanted to trade me with another girl. So it didn't happen. The second time, a few years ago, my mother came to me. She told me, we have to sell you to buy a girl for your brother. My heart broke down. So they couldn't understand me, and it was too hard to imagine marry with someone I didn't know him. And it's very hard living with someone older than you, and it was so hard for me.
But it didn't happen. It didn't happen.
No.
How did you manage to stop it happening?
I was fighting with my family, so it was hard to me because they called me I'm a shameless, and I didn't listen to them. So I started to writing poems, and I made a music video. I had 5 friends in Iran, and all of them are forced into marriage.
Right.
So one of them has bruises in her face, and I decided to make a music video to show people, to show my family, and then through my music video, for the first time, my family listened to my words.
Oh.
For the first time, they understood what's going inside of me. So
It worked.
yes,
The message worked.
but I was very worried because when I put it on the YouTube, I turned off my cell phone for 2 days because I was afraid of my family. And after a few days, when TVs in my country, they played my song, my family, my mother called me. She said, it was good. she didn't say, wow, it was very good, it was powerful. But when she said it was good, that's a big change in my life.
The word there is powerful, Tina, and I think that, that's a powerful story.
Oh, it's so powerful.
Everyone listening will recognise the power of that.
Yeah, it got through to her mother and she heard her. I mean, this is the whole point of Women in the World, which we're now bringing to London for the very first time tomorrow, is to bring stories like Sunitha to the stage, because in elevating people like Sunitha, who have such a kind of powerful personal narrative about what kind of challenges and disasters, in a way, are facing people in so many places, she's the human face of that, and she can connect. She connects with the audience just as she connected with her mother. And then people care. People actually understand what it is to be a little girl who's about to be traded away into a marriage.
How typical is this kind of contribution, which is, your contribution speaks for itself. How does that fit into the wider context of what you've been doing with the summit?
Well, it's really endemic. I mean, this year we have a really great focus, actually, on young women, which we're doing as a strand throughout, which we've called Generation Girl. We really try to mix the women of prominence, who bring their spotlight to women such as, young women such as Sunitha, who need that spotlight to elevate their issues. So we often bring to the stage women like, for instance, Sister Rosemary Nerombe, who's an extraordinary woman from Uganda. She's a Ugandan nun. She's coming with us. She'll be on the stage on Friday. And she rescues girls who have been sex slaves of Joseph Kony's Lord's Resistance Army in Uganda. And, the civil war in Uganda may be over, but as Sister Rosemary says, it's never over for those girls. They live often with children of rape. They've been scarred. They've been, gone through tremendous trauma. She takes them to her shelter, her nunnery, and they are rehabilitated with sewing and with activities that she teaches them to regain their dignity. So our job really is to find women like this, people who are really using their incredible humanity to bring people back to life after going through tremendous stresses and so on. But also what we feel inspired by is the people themselves, because they have this incredible robustness, like you see with Sunitha, unbelievable spirit. And that's very inspiring for us to hear and to sort of relate, in a sense, to what we're all doing with our lives, and feeling that we can awaken, as it were, and engage with the world and understand what's happening beyond our shores.
You've mentioned what you were able to convey in your poetry, Sunitha. I'm just wondering, what is the message that you want to give to young women today? I mean, based on your experience, there will be people watching who will understand what you've been through. There'll be people watching who don't understand what you've been through. What is the message you want to give young women today?
So, when some people listen my story, they say it's an amazing story. But it's not an amazing story. It's a real life. And it's not just for me. It's a story of million girls around the world. And my message, I'm trying to tell people, there is child bride around the world. And please listen to them, please support them. And my song is introduce of them. I introduce them with my lyrics and with my song, music video.
It's remarkable to talk to you, and it's great to be able to share the story, and I know that viewers will be fascinated to have heard it, so thank you very much for coming in. Good luck with the
Thank you so
summit.
much, and they can watch on live stream.
Thank you.
Women in the World will all be live streamed.
All on live stream, so no excuse for not being part of it. Tina, thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
Sunitha, thank you very
so much.
Nice to see you.
Thank you.
Thanks very much indeed.